Hello everyone, nice to see you again. I'm Felicity. In this Ask Tarot series, I'm going to talk about the significance of meeting a soulmate. What is a soulmate? I believe that from my past experience, I think a soulmate is someone whom we share at least one lifetime, one past life together. And in this lifetime, we still have lessons to learn, and we have signed a contract with them before birth in order to meet in this lifetime, to learn, to grow spiritually. And does it mean that soulmates will be with us forever? Some soulmates stay with us for a short period of time. Some may be with just one day, one time. And some soulmates may stay with us as long as we both wish. And some will just need to part away from us once our lessons are learned. And it's not the time that we spend together that matters. It is the lessons that we learn together that matters most. And who can be our soulmate? A soulmate can be a teacher, a family member, a friend, or a colleague, or maybe some stranger that we exchange some interesting conversation with. And in this series, I'm going to focus on romantic soulmates. And there's actually a danger of the accepting the deep concept of soulmate, because in my past, I have met people that have difficulty of leaving a toxic relationship because his or her partner is the soulmate. And they always believe that, oh, because he or she is a soulmate, and I have to stick with her or him, even though the relationship is imbalanced, even though the relationship is abusive. They just have a hard time letting go. And sometimes we have to learn that we are responsible for ourselves. We are responsible for our own lessons. And therefore, maybe in lessons, we learned about loving ourselves. We learn about letting go. We learn about sticking with our own beliefs, even though our opinions or own beliefs are very different from the mainstream society. For example, same-sex relationship. And maybe you have to learn that you are different, and you need to have courage to stick with your preference. So, a soulmate really brings about big changes in our life. And in this series, I'm going to ask Tarot the significance of meeting a soulmate. I'm going to ask Tarot in 3 different levels. First, significance of meeting a soulmate in spiritual level. Second, in emotional level. And third, in mental level. Of course, everyone has his or her own lesson, and everyone's lesson is a slightly different lesson. But we can still ask Tarot about this significance in general. And now let's look at the card for guidance. For this reading, I will use the Lover's Path Tarot because this tarot offers layers upon layers of interpretations, and it has a loving, gentle, romantic energy. I hope that you can receive this energy. So now I ask Archangel Michael to protect this reading. Only the wise advice can come through. And I ask the universe to give guidance on the significance of meeting a soulmate on 3 different levels: spiritual level, emotional level, and mental level. Now I ask the universe to send us guidance on the significance of meeting a soulmate on 3 levels: spiritual level, emotional level, and mental level. Now I ask the universe for guidance on the significance of meeting a soulmate on spiritual level, mental level, and emotional level. Okay, now I think that's about it, and I spread it out. On spiritual level, emotional level, and mental level. Now let's take a closer look at the card. Now the cards are nicely placed, and let's take a closer look at the card. On spiritual level, the significance of meeting a soulmate is transformation, and it's a very direct card. The man who is dressing in black is Pluto. Pluto is about Lord of the underworld, and it means that to bring new things into our life, we have to go through the darkest time of our life in order to transform. Sometimes those tests, those challenges that universe sent us is to bring the darkest side, the shadow side of us, and so we learn from this darker period, and then we transform ourselves. Because if we always go through some happy moments and happy time, we will not learn, because who will think about what love is, right? When we are going through the happy time, only when we were in the darkest time, you think about what love is. What is the real meaning of love? What is the real meaning of meeting the soulmates? And so as we think deeper, and as we go through the period like the period of hell, and we will come up with some thoughts and some philosophical thoughts that improve our soul, and in order to learn to face our shadow sides. And so as we improve, and we will see the new cycle, we will enter our new cycle. Emotional level, the card is Six of Staves, that is a Six of Wands, and we can see that a man who is on a horseback, and it's like he's going through the forest, and we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Wands, and there's a one wand in his hand. And 5 of Wands is what? 5 of Wands is conflicts. So sometimes meeting a soulmate can bring a little bit of conflicts in our emotion, and maybe because soulmates can press our button, because they know us well, and they know that we will not be offended. But then because of conflicts brought into our life, we will always feel unstable emotion, and sometimes we feel a lot of happiness, and sometimes we feel sadness, because we care about the person a lot, and every little thing, every little actions, every little thing they say will make us sad or make us happy. And so you see that this gentleman is holding a wand. It is like a wheel to overcome the unstable emotion, and it's about moving forward as well. After the conflicts, after we go through a period of conflicts, we'll enter into a new phase. We will move forward, and we will know how to manage our emotion well. You know, this one in his hand means that we have the control of our emotion. We don't need to always like, oh, happy, and next moment we are unhappy. And we need to learn how to balance our emotion. It's all about balancing. And on mental level, it's the card is 8 of coins, that is 8 of pentacles. And we can see that the boy is working very hard to make the coin. And so on mental level, we still need to improve, and maybe soulmates can challenge us to think about what love is. If we take a closer look, you can see that each coin there is a heart, and then the heart has a pair of wings. And wings means what? Means freedom. Ring means that you can love from soulmate can uplift you, and you will feel that you have everything in this world, and you have the whole world underneath your feet. But what is the most important thing? What can make love fly? The thing that can make love fly is freedom. You know, the heart, there's a wing. When we are in love, we feel like there are a lot of butterflies, but sometimes we will care so much about this relationship of this person that we try to control every movement of this person, because we are insecure, because we are afraid of losing them. But here, mentally, we need to work hard for what? We need to work hard on letting go, on giving the person the freedom that they need. So we give them a heart with wings attached. That means freedom. The highest form of love is freedom. That's what I think, and that's what this card is about. And also, you see, there's a tiara above it. There's a crown above the heart, and mentally we think that love can give us freedom. If it is some control situation in this relationship that is toxic. So, and the other thing is that we try to we know that love gives us strength, and the strength comes from giving freedom to each other, not binding each other, trapping each other. So if we meet a soulmate, we will work hard on that. We will know that the true meaning of love is freedom. And also, after we learn about that, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of coins is what? 7 of coins, 7 of pentacles means rewards and harvest. So, as long as we keep working on this with a soulmate, or after meeting a soulmate, we'll reap rewards later. And I hope that you liked my interpretation of the cards, and thank you very much for watching. See you in next video.